I guess we are live for another Friday. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Retro Amateur, and I welcome you to my little corner of the internet. And today, we are going to be doing more helicopter stuff. Give me a second. I guess we are live. Oops. Right. So, what are we going to be playing today? Gunship with an exclamation mark because there are other older Gunship games. There's the original Gunship, there's Gunship 2000, and that's just about it. And then there's this, the Gunship with the exclamation mark at the end. And we are going to be playing this. So let's, without further ado, let's get down to business. Oh man, I love that aspect ratio. That non-widescreen aspect ratio. That non-widescreen 4:3 aspect ratio. We don't need the intro, right? Right, I'm going to be doing the training. Because quite frankly, I don't know exactly how to play this.
The cyclic controls the helicopter's
Let's go to the basic stuff, right?
Pushing it forward pitches the nose of the helicopter down,
Yep.
causing you to gain forward speed.
Sure.
Pulling the stick back pitches the nose of the helicopter
Should
up,
I do this?
causing you to
Because
lose forward speed. And then
it's
because
basic stuff which I've done before.
jet, this does not make you climb or die. Pushing the stick left or right will roll the helicopter in that direction. At low speed, the helicopter skids sideways. At higher speed, it makes a banking turn like an aircraft.
Sure.
The collective changes the lifting force of the rotor using a throttle.
Altitude hold autopilot.
Moving it up increases rotor lift, causing you to climb. Moving it down decreases lift, causing you to descend.
Right.
To maintain your current altitude, set the collective at the halfway mark.
Okay. Hover hold.
The tail rotor is controlled using rudder pedals, the twist function of a joystick, or the left and right arrow keys on the keyboard. The collective changes the lifting force of the
Let
rotor
me
using
just
a
read
throttle,
that stuff.
or the up and down arrow keys on the keyboard. Moving it up increases rotor lift, causing you
Yes,
to
by
climb.
pressing the H again.
Moving it down decreases lift. The tail rotor is controlled. The iHads provides useful information for flying and navigating.
More I had stuff.
The heading scale is a moving compass with a marker. Once your mission starts, select which cockpit you will fly from using either the F1 key for the pilot's cockpit or the F4 key to fly from behind the helicopter.
Let's make sure everything is fully realistic.
The cyclic controls
And let's take off. We're not here to read briefings.
All right, pilot, you are now in control of the helicopter. You should be stationary on
I
the
forgot.
runway. If not, pull lightly back on the stick and slowly lower your collective until you have landed. Once you have completed the given task and are ready to move on, press the Shift C key for further instructions.
Right.
To repeat an instruction, press the Shift D key.
I forgot this game starts the training in flight. Like, who does that? Ah.
You should now climb to a hover. Move the collective up slowly until you rise off the ground. At 100 feet, return the collective to the neutral position. When your hover is stable, proceed to the next command. Now I want you to rotate in a hover. Move your rudder slightly to the right. If using the keyboard, press the right arrow once. Your helicopter begins spinning to the right. To stop this rotation, return the joystick to center or press the opposite arrow key. Now, rotate in the opposite direction. Once you are facing north, bring your aircraft to a stop. Several kilometers in front of you is a waypoint marker. Now, your ready to begin flying.
Yay!
Return to a hover at about 100 feet. Begin pushing forward lightly on the joystick to pitch down the helicopter. You'll begin to move forward. The further you pitch down, the more your speed increases. Try not to push all the way, as this can cause you to lose altitude. When your speed reaches 50 to 100 knots, return the stick to its center position. You are in level flight. At higher speed, you may need to keep the stick pushed slightly forward to maintain speed. To slow down, pull the stick back toward you. Watch your speed. Once you have stopped, release the stick or you will begin to fly backwards. Practice level flight for a few moments.
I think my joystick might not be perfectly centered. I don't know though. Should I fly towards the waypoint you told me?
Return to level flight at about 75 knots. Then push the stick left slightly. Your helicopter rolls into a banking left turn. As you turn, observe the change in your digital heading readout at the top of the screen. Return the stick to center. You'll roll back to the right and level out and resume level flight. Practice turning in both directions until you are comfortable.
I'm very comfortable, thank you very much. This is easier to fly than other flight sims, than say Longbow, but I think this is more sim-light than Longbow. I'm almost to the waypoint. Visually, this game is nice. Besides this training, I haven't played anything much. Oh, maybe a bit of the quick battle mode. But nothing more. And you know, a game, it's not the most realistic when there is a camera mode, a third-person camera mode, which is viable to play with. Or at least I think it is. Right, what else?
When flying, the easiest way to climb or descend is to raise or lower the collective. When you reach the new altitude, input an equal and opposite amount of collective for just a second, and then set the collective in a neutral position. Remember, it's easy to overcorrect and put in too much collective. This results in you chasing the needle. After each change in the collective, wait a second or two for the aircraft to stabilize. Practice flying around until you are comfortable. You can also practice using the altitude hold autopilot. Press the A key to engage altitude hold. You can change the altitude setting using the minus or equals keys. Press the A key again to disengage the system.
Hold at 230. Convenient. So I can fly and the system maintains altitude? That's very convenient, actually.
Your next objective is to find your way home to base. First, you need to make waypoint number 2, your current waypoint.
Okay.
Press the tab key to activate the communications menu. Select flight number 1, then waypoint number, then waypoint 2. Next, select orders. and then make current. Finally, use the tab key to back out of the communications menu. Turn the helo until the open chevron below the compass strip in your HUD is under your flight path. This will lead you back to base. Descend until you're in level flight at 50 to 100 feet altitude. It's easier to learn to land if you come in slow and low.
Right.
Saber, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
That's what I do? Target orders? Activate current waypoint.
Saber, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
Okay. Apparently this is not how you change waypoints. And I do not have... This is from GOG. I do not have a reference card in my hands. I have to minimize the game to do that. Waypoint 1. What? What? What now?
Saber, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
If you're hearing taps, that's my dog. I have him here. Okay, I'm completely stuck. Hmm. Hmm. I'm flying, but is that the airport? Okay, I guess I did something. Right.
As you approach the base, reduce your speed to 50 knots by pulling back slightly on the stick, and use your collective to maintain your altitude around 50 feet. Your goal is to land on the runway closest to the hangars. Just before you cross the outside edge of the base, begin slowing down to a hover by pulling up on the stick. Remember, it's easy to pitch up too far and end up going backwards. By the time you accomplish all this, and are hovering at about 50 feet altitude, you should be near the center of the runway. Use the stick carefully to move your helicopter toward your landing spot. Come back to a hover and lower the collective down slowly to begin your final descent. At about 10 to 20 feet altitude, you may need another tap to continue descending to a touchdown.
I touched down, bro. I did it. What else you want from me?
Now you should feel comfortable flying the aircraft. If you would like more
Are these
experience, take some time to
sidewinders?
fly around the base. When you are ready, press Shift Q to exit the game.
Are these sidewinders? I know the Apache carries Stingers, not side. Okay, I have to look this up. I have to look this up, right? Because I'm not going crazy, right? Apache carry sidewinders. Come on. Doesn't show me anything specific. Armaments. Missiles. Typically AGM Hellfires fire on air-to-air datas. Air-to-air Stinger. And spike missiles may also be carried. Spike missiles? It doesn't say anything about it doesn't say anything about sidewinders. Shift Q. Come on. Well, I don't know what to say.
All gunships carry 4 types of weapons. Cannon, though short-ranged, are useful against all but the heaviest armor. Unguided rockets are very useful against infantry, bunkers, buildings, and light vehicles.
Nah.
Most gunships carry several types of rockets, including high explosive, anti-tank bomblets, flechette, and white phosphorus smoke rockets. Anti-tank guided missiles,
White
or
phosphorus.
ATGMs, are the main punch of any gunship. They will kill any ground target, but should be saved for heavy armor or mission-critical targets. They are precision-guided and long-ranged.
I get you.
Air-to-air missiles, AAMs, are carried in limited numbers and can only be used against other helicopters and jets.
Yeah, but they are sidewinders.
The IHADS provides all the information you need to engage targets.
Okay.
The current selected weapon is shown at the lower right.
Okay.
The laser range to the current locked target is shown on the lower left.
3000.
The
Yeah.
small triangle below the heading scale shows the direction the gunner is looking. This turns red when a target is locked. Steer towards this marker to bring the target in view and into the weapon arc. The locked target will have a red box over it. There is also an aiming reticle for each weapon type. The cannon uses a small crosshair. The rockets use an I-beam. The anti-tank missiles use the gunner's target box, and the air-to-air missiles use a small diamond.
Yeah, okay.
In line of sight, or LOS mode, weapons are aimed at what you are currently looking at. The cannon can fire at any target in your field of view, but the rockets are limited to a small forward-facing cone. You can move your sight independently of the helicopter's flight path using the hat switch, or by holding down the number 2 joystick.
Hey, it's not my Sidewinder Pro.
When using the joystick,
Microsoft Sidewinder, but it is a Sidewinder.
During this time, the weapon reticle stays in the center of your view. Shoot at targets by moving the reticle over the target and
IHADS modes I.
In the pilot's cockpit,
Weapon mode B.
the I key to use your helmet-mounted sight.
Zoom in, zoom out.
You will notice the cockpit becomes translucent. Press it again, and the IHADS in line of sight, or LOS mode. Weapons are aimed at what you are currently looking at.
Cannon,
The cannon
rockets,
can fire at any target in your field of
anti-tank
view.
missiles,
The
air-to-air
rockets are limited
missiles.
to a small forward-facing cone.
IHADS
You
modes.
can move your
Thermal
sight
mode T.
independently of the helicopter's flight path using the hat switch.
Zoom in, zoom out, B weapon mode.
In TADS mode, weapons are aimed by the gunner and will fire at his locked target.
Lock
When the
target, J
is locked,
previous
the
target,
gunner's
K
sight
next
indicator will
target,
turn red.
cannon
The
right,
box
okay.
will appear over the once your mission starts, select which cockpit you will fly from using either the F1 key for the pilot's cockpit or the F4 key to fly from behind the helicopter.
Okay.
You will receive instructions from your instructor during the flight. Once you have completed the given task and are ready for the next...
Okay, let's keep this training going then.
All right, pilot. Weapons are hot. Fly towards waypoint number 1. Stay as low as you can and keep your speed between 50 and 100 knots. Once there, put the helo into a hover near the waypoint. Once you have arrived, press the Shift C key for further instructions.
Okay.
To repeat an instruction, press the Shift D key.
I'm at 70 feet above ground. And we are off to find our targets. Anybody remember the buttons?
Selecting rocket. Selecting missile. Selecting rocket. Selecting gun.
Right. We have 2.1 kilometers to the waypoint. We are going there, and then we are asking the instructor what to do next.
Targeting tank.
Tank. This is not a live fire exercise, huh? Phew. These trees are a bit tall. Okay, we're here. Shift C now.
6 infantry fighting vehicles about 1,000 meters to the west-southwest. Select cannon using the F5 key. The cannon will start in LOS mode.
Gun.
Use the hat or number 2 joystick button to place the reticle over one of the targets and pull the trigger. Use the zoom functions as needed. Kill 3 of the vehicles and ask for further instruction. I want you to take out the remaining vehicles using TADS mode. Press the B key. You will see the reticle either jump to the gunner's target or begin to sweep across the screen. If the gunner has not locked on one of the 3 remaining vehicles, place one under the center of your view and press the L key. Once the target is locked, squeeze the trigger. The gunner will look for the next target.
Targeting tank.
Engage the remaining IFVs and ask for further instruction.
Okay.
Target destroyed. Targeting tank. Target destroyed. Targeting tank. Destroyed. Targeting tank. Targeting tank. Unable.
Boom! Headshot.
Targeting tank. Destroyed.
Why does he turn all the way to...
Unable. Unable.
Okay, I have to do this myself. Ah! Whatever.
Selecting rocket. Selecting missile.
Unable. Unable.
Right.
Fly towards the next waypoint. Stay as low as you can and keep your speed between 50 and 100 knots. As you near the waypoint, slow to a hover and ask for further instructions.
Selecting gun.
Right, okay. Damn it, if I had...
Targeting tank.
Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out. Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
Oh, it makes... That's weird. Isn't there a more simple way I can change waypoints? I have not much to say about this. That's why I am silent.
Targeting vehicle.
There should be several trucks and supply tents to the north. Select rockets using the F6 key. The rockets will start in TADS mode since that was your last choice. Use a combination of LOS and TADS mode to kill all of the vehicles and tents using rockets. When finished, ask for further instructions.
I mean, why aren't they connecting?
Target destroyed.
Oh, finally.
Targeting vehicle. Target destroyed.
Rockets.
Targeting vehicle.
Select
Destroyed. Targeting vehicle.
I've
Destroyed.
run out of rockets, so I'm using guns.
Destroyed. Targeting vehicle. Target destroyed. Unable. Targeting vehicle. Destroyed.
Nice. I would say if it was nice. But rockets are always so useless in these games.
When flying, the easiest way to climb or descend is to raise or lower the collective. When you reach the new altitude, input an equal and opposite amount of collective. Your next objective is to find your way home to base. First, you need to make waypoint number 2 your current waypoint. Press the tab key to
What is
activate
this?
the
What happened?
communications menu. Select
Bug?
flight number
Most
1,
likely.
then waypoint number. Now you should feel comfortable flying the aircraft. If you would like more experience, take some time to fly around the base. When you are ready, press Shift Q to exit the game.
Yeah, I think it had a stroke because wrong mission, dude. Did I break him? Let's find ourselves to the next waypoint, shall we? Waypoint 3, 6, 4.
Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
Right, okay. Right. I don't know. I really don't know. Next up, helicopter action.
selecting missile.
Select the missile. Oh hey, I can play as the gunner.
Selecting gun.
You fortunate son. Did I just came back to base? Whatever, man. Whatever. Welcome to DTM Arena. Today's mission is to practice using the Hellfire ATGM. There are 2 platoons of tanks and a PMP platoon. All 3 are shown on the map and at the left. These platoons are targets and will not fire back. Approach each platoon using available cover and destroy all the vehicles using your Hellfire DGMs. Once the mission begins, press the N key to go to the map screen and plot waypoints to your targets.
All gunships carry 4-type in line of sight or LOS mode. Weapons are
Zoom
aimed at
in,
what you are currently
zoom out. Yeah, thank you.
and can fire at any target in your field of view, but the rockets are limited to a small forward-facing cone. You can
B.
move your sight independently of the helicopter's.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this by ourselves. If that instructor had an aneurysm, then we don't need him. We are 2.4 kilometers out. From the now we're talking. Let's open. Oh man, you're serious? At least. So there's AMD RDNA fix. No. The game. Okay, so I'm going to extras to see if there is a manual or a reference card, and there's none. But by the way, if you didn't understand what just happened, the game crashed, right? And I'm looking to find the extras. Maybe it's in the folder. IPX configuration, manual. Ah, reference card. Oh, there was on the installation card, right? Huh. As I can see here, there's not much. There's not much in the way of. But if I'm opening the map and the game crashes, then we are going to have a problem, right? Let's restart the game. Training. Missile range. Let's do this. I mean, the game crashed on me before, so I hope this was a completely random occurrence. And it won't crash when I try to open the map again. And it crashed. Right? So I'll have to do this. Let's try once more and see if I can do this, and if I can, then I'll just fly there or whatever. Let's open the map. Nope. Nope, the game's busted. I'll have to make a... Okay, let me just look this up. Maybe there is a fix. If it's not, I'll just play a bit and then end the stream, because we are not working like this. Let's go to the search, whatever search I'm using, and Gunship. Right. Gunship crash when opening map. Let's oh, there's already a page on GOG. Right. Yeah, this is not good. I have to reduce the resolution. I hope this resolution works. It doesn't work on full HD, right? Yay! It works. But where are the targets? So I can make my own, huh? Right. I'll give it that. It has quite a complex waypoint system and mission planning thing. Nope. How do I exit this? Okay, guys. No, I don't want to exit the battle. I want to exit the map. Oh, help! Quit. You. I'm discovering the game just now. Cockpit controls, communications controls, view controls, altitude hold, shut, shift B pause, next instruction training, current instruction training. Shift D, you can actually rehear the current instruction. I wasn't informed of this. Damn it. Weapon controls, select gun, select rockets, cycle zones, select ADGM, select AAM, enter fire weapon, spacebar. Where is the map controls, map screen? Previous vehicle chase. I'm sorry I'm wasting so much time here, but I need to figure this out. The game doesn't give you a tutorial on how to use this. Weird map configuration. How do I exit the bloody... I think the functionality here might be a bit buggy. Right, I cannot figure this. I'll exit the battle and retry this one. What can you do? Wait a minute. Oh my god, I had to just change the camera. Just had to press F1. Oh man. This is crazy. So, hold altitude at 79 and let's head out. If I can choose waypoints like this, I'll be shocked. I don't know why they don't change by themselves though. I feel the destructible buildings are a bit satisfying to blow up. Wait a minute, guys, I have to activate this. Destructible buildings are a bit... Whoops. ¡Ay! ¡Ay, caramba! Let's put back the automatic flight thing. Reached waypoint 1. Whoops. Come on. So, whenever I exit the map, this deactivates? Whatever, man. Come on, man. Three? No? Okay. This is awkward. But if I'm not I can't figure this out yet, I'm gonna end the stream. I am not amused. Target priority 5. Orders.
Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out. Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
I don't get how waypoints are supposed to work here. But anyway.
Selecting missile.
You see that far? Like I'm 1.9 kilometers. You see that far away that I cannot... But I can't launch a freaking hellfire.
Unable. 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 Unable.
Okay, whatever.
Targeting tank.
Oh, finally. Right, let's oh, this looks nice. Beautiful, beautiful.
Target destroyed.
Haha. Nice.
Targeting tank.
Thermal.
Target destroyed.
Neat.
Targeting tank.
Bye. Oh, this one's moving. But it's not gonna save him.
Target destroyed.
Oops. Oops. Next waypoint. What the hell happened? I don't know how the hell this is supposed to work.
Javelin, this is 6. Continue mission. Out.
Okay. I can't crash here in the training if I just right. I can crash here in the training and I get turned into a million pieces. So even less time today for a live stream. It's been barely an hour, maybe later. It's been it has been barely an hour of live streaming today. I hope to do better next week. And you know, this game gave me quite a tough time. I also don't know how to close these live streams. Hello, Pavel. Thank you for being here. Yes, you can destroy everything. Sorry, I haven't been. It hasn't been a bit longer, but I wasn't feeling this game much. I think I should have learned it beforehand, and studied the manual. Regardless, I hope this was entertaining enough, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.